funny if like we were just talking in the... Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Welcome to another episode of the SideQuest podcast. I am your host, Ryan Hoffman. With me, as always, my player two, but with still the better controller, Cameron Sellers. How you doing, buddy?
Not too bad. It's nice to say that you're saying the PS5 is the better controller.
I'm just saying you have better controllers than I do. I have pretty standard stuff. You have like the Edge controllers. You got like all the cool bells and whistles on everything. So I'm like...
Mainly, okay, the one reason I got that Edge controller was for when the sticks, not if, when the sticks start drifting, easy swap out. Cheaper than a new controller.
Very modular, very true. But yes, welcome to SideQuest Podcast. This is episode 5. If you're new to the pod, we are a couple of best friends who just love talking about all things pop culture, millennial nostalgia. We love playing games. And if you are into Marvel, DC, Star Wars, gaming, all that cool stuff, then you are in the right place listening to us. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast to. You'll hear us pretty much every other week. And we are also on YouTube under youtube.com/@SideQuestPodGames, where we have the podcast in a semi-video form. But we also have gameplay, Let's Plays, our series called Controller Chaos. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, speaking of games, lots to unpack from this week because Summer Game Fest is going on. Game Fest or Games Fest?
Summer Game Fest, Xbox Showcase, PlayStation State of Play. Things were happening these last 7 days. I know it's going to be a while till this episode comes up, but holy, this week has been busy.
It felt like a juicier year this year, which is good.
Honestly, yeah, it's been... I think there's a lot more shown this year of things actually coming up. There's a lot more dates, a lot more tangibility.
Yes, a lot more dates. Holy cow. Like, there was stuff that got announced for, like, even a few months from now, and it's like, oh, okay, great, which is so good, because I hate when they announce games, whether it's at the Game Awards or whether it's at, like, the Summer's Game Fest of years past, and they're like, it's coming out in 2 years. Like, no, just give it to me in, like, 3 months.
Or, like, a lot of times they don't even say a date. It's like, oh, in production, coming soon. It's like, they don't even give you a year. They don't even give you a broad kind of idea of when you might be able to get to enjoy this title.
Totally.
If it makes it across the finish line anyway.
Yeah.
So many games get canceled before they're finished.
It's always just like, yeah, we're working on it. It's like, don't tell me that until it's ready. But anyway, this week we are going to talk about some of the highlights for us personally. Obviously, there was a lot of things announced. Some stuff is hype for everybody. Some stuff's hype for a very particular set of gamers. But we're kind of going to rattle off a few of our favorites. First and foremost, the State of Play had an extended gameplay look at Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
Wolverine
absolutely
is going to be great.
Ecstatic for this game. I was really nervous about the game at first because, I mean, Insomniac has never let me down yet. They were fantastic with the Spider-Man games. They're the creators of my childhood favorite, like, Ratchet and Clank games. But the early footage that they set out with Marvel's Wolverine, like, last year or a couple of years ago now at this point, it scared me a little bit. Mainly because Spider-Man is known to be this big, large, grand city with super high highs, and the traversal is like a main component of that game. You can reach the top of the buildings within a matter of seconds. And from the trailer that I saw of, like, the original Wolverine trailer, it seemed like they were trying to get a similar vibe movement-wise. Like, that's not Wolverine's shtick. He's not Spider-Man. So if they were going to put us in that kind of world again, it would feel almost like he was just kind of thrown in there, kind of happenstance kind of thing, right? It wasn't really a world made for Logan.
Yeah.
But the trailer came out and it looks phenomenal. It looks a lot more grounded and more kind of like, well, street level in a sense, right? You're not jumping off of skyscrapers.
Yeah, and what makes it good is I think if they're going linear, like they're going not open world, where it's just sort of like there's multiple paths to kind of do the level, I think that's a good move, just because, like you said, of like it's not going to be this big grandiose world. It's just going to be more straightforward of like, you go here, you go there, you kill this guy, you kill that guy, whatever, right?
The world structure reminded me heavily of how they worked it in The Last of Us. Just because, like, there are slight elevations, especially in Last of Us Part 2, where you can get to the top of a building, work your way down to, like, the mid-floor, then down to the main floor kind of thing, right? And there's different avenues all across. Like, with Wolverine, you see him, like, using his claws to scrape down a wall, or he can jump off a roof, swing off a crane, and then impale a guy on the way down.
Kind of interesting how they do the healing factor, where it's like you kind of have to just press a button and it activates to use like a bar of meter of some kind.
Yeah, so I think they said it's like his rage meter. Like the more
Yeah.
kind of he has built up, the more, I guess, impactful his healing factor is.
But his suit grew back, which was really funny.
Okay, so did Peter's in Spider-Man.
That's true. Yeah, the battle damage is sort of reversed. Yeah, and then they showed off that you can fight alongside Jean Grey, which apparently is like more of like a cooperative sort of like she does stuff to help you out versus fighting alongside Sabretooth, which they didn't show, but they have talked about and shown him in trailers, which apparently is like more like competing for kills, where it's basically
I
like,
guess so.
you're trying
Yeah,
to kill, he's trying
kind of
to
like
kill at the
showing
same
off
time.
against each other, kind of thing.
Exactly. It's also funny they have a customization thing where you can change Wolverine's claws, which
I saw that because I looked at the pre-order and one like okay cool, you have 5 pre-order skins and you have 5 pre-order skin claws. Like
Yeah.
how many different ways can you make claws look? Like I can picture his standard metal claws, his bone claws,
Yeah.
maybe like a superheated like glowing red claw kind of thing, right? But I don't know what else you can do to really make the claws look drastically different.
I mean, the suits thing is a good move because obviously he's got a lot of iconic suits. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see like how really.
Oh, if you don't think
visual.
I'm rocking around that world in the casino suit, oh.
Ooh, or yeah, I'm gonna do like the yellow and blues or the brown and yellow one's really
That's
good too.
classic,
I like that one.
classic.
But speaking of Marvel, they also showed off Marvel Token Fighting Souls. And they have a new trailer with Doctor Doom, Magneto, Green Goblin, and Carnage as fighters. And I saw a funny thing that was like, Doctor Doom, why would you recruit these people? And it had like subtitles that was like Magneto was like would betray him for mutant kind. Green Goblin would betray him for fun. Carnage would betray him for fun. So it's like such a funny combination of characters. But I'm very excited for that one.
I was gonna say that's definitely a your realm house
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
game because you are the fighter between the two of us, right?
Yeah.
The Mortal Kombats, the Street Fighters, all that kind
Injustice,
of stuff.
What's on your radar so far?
So my main kind of pulls from the state of play were Wolverine, Control Resonant because the first game was great. I'm a little hesitant with the sequel because they kind of changed the gameplay style where the first game you were mainly like gun focused, like shooter focused.
Okay.
They're changing it to be more of a melee focus in this game.
Oh, interesting.
And with all the games I'm playing right now, I'm kind of meleeed out.
Oh, true. So,
So-
you're kind of like, another one. Yeah.
Exactly right. I mean, I liked the feel of the first game, right? So I don't know how I'm going to feel about the second one. Hopefully, there's a demo I can try out, so I'm not spending $90 on a game that might not stay its length.
Is that one due out this year?
I think it's this summer.
Oh, sick. Okay,
Yeah, I think it's next month actually.
Hell yeah.
And then they're revitalizing Rayman again. Again, every time I see this, I get heartbroken because I'm from like the GameCube era of Rayman where it was 3D platformers. And the one they're remaking is like the 2D side scroller one that came out on the Wii.
Oh,
And it's like
really?
it's like this is not the Rayman that I like, right? I like the more kind of grittier, darker tone of the earlier games, and
Yeah.
they keep remaking, I guess, the brighter ones for today's youth audience, stuff
I mean,
like
yeah.
that, right?
It's funny that like that's a character that comes around and it's just like, them again? Really? Raven again?
And then to me, my crown jewel of the state of play, God of War, Laufey.
Yep, with Deborah Ann Woll.
Deborah Ann Woll. Absolutely.
Freya,
From the 20 minute that we saw, phenomenal.
They
And you
showed
have
off a
Jack
lot.
Quaid as the cube.
That's the cube, yeah. They did show off a lot of behind the scenes stuff too, from what I saw as well.
Yes, we've seen some mocap, we've seen the different interviews. Like it's been incredible, kind of building up to what her character's supposed to be because we've known about her from the 2018 kind of God of War remakes, and then in Thor Ragnarok, in God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
She's known to be this incredibly powerful warrior, and now we get to see it through.
Because yeah, I saw a funny meme that was like, it was like Kratos and his son, and they were like, "Oh, like, we hope Mother's resting peacefully
and then,
now."
and then the Doom music kicks in.
And it cuts to her just like absolutely just like fighting crazy other gods and stuff like that. Yeah, so
Well, because it takes place in the realm where when the gods die, this is like God heaven kind of thing, right? It's the realm of the gods. So, people are expecting to see some of the Greek pantheon. We're seeing some Egyptian gods there, right? We're seeing all different mythologies kind of come together
right.
to this new realm, right? So,
interesting.
and it's supposed to take place in line with that God of War 2018 game.
Oh, okay. Oh, like kind of happening at the same time.
Exactly.
Oh,
Which,
cool.
if you are super familiar with that first game, there was kind of some question points that were never answered. maybe they'll be answered in this game. And I am super excited for that.
I love that stuff when they kind of like run alongside something else and sort of like parallel storytelling. So good. To go back to something that they are revamping, Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis.
I didn't realize it was a remake of the original. I thought they were like trying to reboot the franchise and just using a kind of an older title to kind of bring it back to the older fans. But no, it's a full remake of the original
a few months ago, they had announced that game with another Tomb Raider game that was going to be like the next one, like the next, like basically saying we're going to remake the first one and then also do a new one, and it's like
like a new like universe kind of thing, like a new Tomb Raider.
Yeah, exactly. So, and this is going to be like obviously the old school style. You get the the twin guns back and everything like that. So I'm very excited.
Jump through a dinosaur's open maw.
Yeah, honestly, the earlier Tomb Raider games were pretty nuts for that kind of stuff. So it is kind of par for the course. But yeah, I'm excited for that as well. Also. This was kind of a surprise for me, was Until Dawn 2. Kind of a game that like you haven't really heard much about it for a while, because obviously Until Dawn's like a decade old at this point or so.
I was gonna say they had like the smaller stories. I can't remember what they were called, but
like
the
the
Man Medan and Dark Pictures,
Little Hope and all that stuff. And then there's like the Quarry.
Having a full blown sequel is the
awesome.
amount of. I mean, and they said it's going to have so many more splits down the road from the original game, right?
Yeah. So it's set on a tropical island, which I think was really cool because it's like very bright and sunny, and yet we're still getting to the sort of the horror genre.
There's always darkness lurking in the background.
Yeah, it's true. They're focused around a bunch of ghost hunters on this island. And what's interesting to me is the original Until Dawn had like Rami Malek and Hayden Panettiere and a bunch of people who sort of had careers after that / before that that were
same with like
notable.
Ashley Tisdale in one of the
in House of Ashes. Yeah, so they always have kind of like a main character be sort of an actor that from something, but they're not like super huge.
Like, where do I know you from?
Exactly. So this one has people of note. Dacker Montgomery. I don't know if that's I'm pronouncing his first name right, but he was Billy from Stranger Things, and he was also the Red Ranger in the Power Rangers like reboot that they did a couple years ago.
Oh, okay.
Neil Newbon's in it, and he was in Resident Evil Village and Baldur's Gate 3. So he's a video game like motion capture guy, so he's been around the block a little bit. And Peter Stormare returns from the first Until Dawn, which I remember the remake of Until Dawn. They put in like a little epilogue at the end with Hayden Panettiere's character.
Oh, I didn't know.
And you hear like Peter Stormare's voice, and it's just another extra scene. And so the idea was like, oh, are they like setting up a sequel, because that game came out a couple years ago. So they must have been sort of working on this for quite some time.
Oh, I was gonna say, I can imagine a game like this needing a long lead up time, right? Just because of all the different options that can partake. It's not the same length of development for like a standard game.
For sure. Anything else from State of Play that was kind of...
I mean, nothing that reached to me personally. I mean, The Lost Wild is like a dinosaur escape kind of game kind of thing, kind of like Jurassic Park, surviving within yourself. But other than that, those are like the main touch points for me from that Sony State of Play, right? I did find funnily enough, like I'm a huge PlayStation guy. I kind of had more desire and touch points from the Xbox showcase.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Like what?
I mean, Gears E-Day. I mean, I've never fully engrossed myself in the Gears franchise, but there was rumors and talks of it coming to PlayStation with the whole Xbox thing that was going on last year and earlier this year as well.
Yep.
But with Asha Sharma coming in as CEO, they're revamping kind of what it means to be Xbox.
Yeah, they changed their name from Xbox lowercase to Xbox all uppercase. Big change.
Big change.
Yeah.
So they changed the Gears E-Day back to exclusive, which is like, okay, interesting. I mean, I'm glad they're doing that because it brings more, I guess, hope to the Xbox fan base that they're actually caring about the console.
We absolutely need it.
And not just the money that their subscriptions bring in kind of thing, right? They're trying to
like
de-Windows my Xbox.
Yeah.
Which I think is highly needed.
Which is funny because like they're doing Halo Campaign Evolved.
Yeah.
And
coming out July 28th.
That's awesome. Well, okay, here's the thing is I thought they were going to do it in November because, like, first of all, Halo's always come out in November, and also the 25th anniversary of Xbox would be...
Do you really think they want to put it with GTA.
That's the other thing too, is like putting it next to GTA would be like, it's, Halo's big, but I don't know if it's like GTA level big. So might have been a good move, but I'm happy about it. There's 3 new missions coming to it, which is pretty sick. So I am happy to play Halo 1 again. But the only thing is that it's just the campaign and not the multiplayer. So that's kind of
I mean,
whack
to be
a little
fair,
bit.
I only want to play the campaign. Like, I was never a big multiplayer guy when those games came out. I played Halo on my stepbrother's Xbox when I was a kid, right? So the only touch point I have is bits and pieces of the campaign. So that's all I want, is just to kind of get re-engrossed with that. Like, I was never a big multiplayer kind of guy, and I'm still not one now. I'm still focused on the story, because that's
The
where I
narratives,
find is
yeah.
the most kind of impactful, right? So
Yeah, I mean, like I played all the Halos, like the multiplayers with my brother and like his friends.
I was gonna
and
say,
stuff,
I think
so.
there is talks of them releasing a second game that's just like the multiplayer aspect, so that they don't have to kind of juggle both at the same time. So
To be fair, the Halo 1 multiplayer is not like the strongest. Like obviously like the Master Chief Collection has all the Halos, so I could just go back and play that. But like 'cause Halo 3, I feel like to me is like the pinnacle of Halo multiplayer because
yeah,
just
because
the
remember, like,
maps
especially
and
like
everything.
ODST and all that kind of
ODST
stuff.
was really good, yeah. Yeah, but 3 and 4, I feel like the multiplayer was kind of more prevalent, but Halo 2 also was really cool. But a lot of that also, even just like the local like multiplayer was great. Doing like not Lasso, like for me personally, but Lasso being the legendary All Skulls On, which is
Okay.
basically like having you don't know how much your ammo your gun has, your HUD's gone. It's all these like variables on the game that make it infinitely harder. Grunts want to throw grenades all the time. Oh, it's insane. But
That sounds chaos.
it's literally chaos. There's an achievement for playing through the whole game on and it's like the hardest difficulty.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's pretty nuts. They also showed off the 25th anniversary console, which was very cool.
The controller looks fantastic.
So good. Has the translucent green that's just like the old school style Xbox.
Now, a lot of our generation loves the transparent technology because it harkens back to the transparent days of like the N64 kind of thing.
Yep.
Some things it works for, some things it doesn't.
But it's
So like
good.
Asus is coming out with a new like ROG Xbox Ally X kind of thing.
Okay.
For like the 25th anniversary or their 30th anniversary. There's a mix up going on with the anniversaries right now with the different handhelds, but it is black and gold, and they changed the motherboard to it be black as well instead of green, and it looks so cool because you can see all the different traces
Oh,
behind it.
sick.
Going back to the Xbox now, the Xbox console itself, yes, it's translucent. Yes, it looks really cool color-wise. All you're seeing behind it is just the metal plating of the heat sinks.
I mean, it still looks pretty cool. And I'm sure, like, if you have like the right light on it, it's gonna look.
Yeah, I
ooh,
mean, there's been better
chef's kiss.
translucent consoles in the past. I find, right? If I want something translucent, I want something cool to look at behind the plastic.
It's what's also gonna suck is the controller will probably only come with the console because for the 20th anniversary they put out just a controller, and it was like see-through black, and it was.
I mean,
very
I don't
same
know
vibe.
because with PlayStation they did the console with a controller, but then they also did the controller separately as well at a later date.
Well, this is Microsoft we're talking about here. They
But they're also-
they do their own thing.
But yeah, but they're known for having so many controllers out, right? They have so many you can buy in store. Then they have the custom controllers you can make online. So I think if
Yeah.
anyone were to have a separate controller you can buy, it would be Xbox.
For sure. They also announced a lot of about Gears. They had Sea of Thieves update. They had Fallout 76 update. Doom, Dark Ages Revelations, which may or may not be a DLC. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a full sequel. It could be an expansion. I think we'll have to find out more.
Yeah, I think it's coming out in a bit, but it's just funny they talk about games that you're like, oh yeah, that game's a game. I forgot about that. Yeah.
A cool one for me that I saw was Clockwork Revolution, because I was a big fan of like the Dishonored games back on the PS3 days. They made Dishonored 1, Dishonored 2. They made Deathloop.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
So Clockwork
Arcane.
Revolution, unfortunately for me, is an Xbox exclusive.
Ooh, we got one on you.
Because it basically looks like a Dishonored successor. So probably not gonna buy an Xbox. Might just get Game Pass for a month, play it on my PC.
Fair enough. It's the beauty of Game Pass, man.
I mean, honestly, that's the thing, right? I mean, and if it's affordable enough, like I don't mind having a subscription. I just don't want to have to buy a whole console and then deal with the controller. Because again, like I was saying before, I prefer the feel of a PlayStation controller, not an Xbox controller. It just feels weird in my hands.
See, I'm the opposite.
I mean, it's what we grew up with, right?
For
So,
sure,
I mean,
yeah.
You're kind of
if you grow up with an Xbox and an Xbox 360, then you're kind of like A, B, X, Y brained, and then if you grow up with PlayStation, you're X, circle,
And if you
square,
have Nintendo,
triangle.
you're kind of screwed from both.
Yeah, if you're Nintendo, you constantly forget which one is which because they are flipped. Like ABXY is reversed, right? So, but
And then
yeah.
a game I'm excited is coming to PlayStation. It's coming to all consoles. Is Fable, because
Yeah.
I always liked the idea of the Fable games before, but I was never able to play them because I didn't have access to the consoles. But now that this new Fable, I don't know if it's numbered or if it's kind of a reboot to the
Probably,
series.
yeah.
I'm excited to get into that because I love that kind of fantasy storytelling where you can kind of build your own story. Like I'm a big fan of like The Witcher and all that kind of stuff, right? So anything where I can kind of do my own thing and have it be an actual effect on the story, sign me up.
Yeah, and Haley Atwell, I think, was that character in that.
Oh, is
trailer.
that who she was? Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like that voice sounds familiar, and I'm like I think that's Haley Atwell, which I think is cool just to have like a recognizable name in a series like that. The other one that I saw that was a big surprise towards the end, I believe, of Xboxes was Spyro, another Spyro game, Spyro the Dragon. Like,
Breaking my heart because hashtag not my Spyro.
oh, because he looks different. He doesn't.
No,
look like...
no, I don't mind how he looks. I like the earlier, like the reboots. Like I'm always on the outs when it comes to these quote unquote reboots of games.
Yeah.
Like they remade or tried to reboot Devil May Cry many years ago called DMC Devil May Cry, and I preferred that one over the originals. But the fans didn't like it, so they never stuck with it, and they went back to the original kind of layout. Same with Spyro. They tried to kind of remake it in a darker, grittier tone back in like the PS2, GameCube era. Started with Spyro Year of the Dragon, and then they had 2 other games after that as well. Those are the kind of stories, because it was more not puzzle platformer, more actual story driven, but it still had some platforming and gaming kind of thing like that. But it felt to me more akin to the Ratchet and Clank games that I was growing up with at the time, right? It just felt better gameplay wise. But this one here, they're going back to that more arcadey,
like flying
puzzle
around,
platformer,
puzzles, yeah.
glide to the puzzle piece kind of thing. And
Listen, it's always good to have just a easily digestible, not necessarily a kids game, but just like a lighter game in between all like the shooting and zombies and death and gore
absolutely,
and blood and all that stuff, right? So
I just miss when those kind of games had more of a story to them, or at least not so bubbly all the time.
fair enough.
Other thing though, if we made this into a drinking game, how many times do you think they said, play it day one on Game Pass? I mean, on almost every title they said that on.
Yeah, for sure. They're gonna say it's either that or.
But after every game, it's like just pushing your face. It's like play first on Game Pass. Like, yeah, we get it.
Yeah, we get it. Game Pass. Well, I guess because they had to differentiate between some games that weren't play it day one with Game Pass. But it's good to know because there is like a Game Pass tier now. I think that you don't get day one stuff to it, or am I?
That's out of my wheelhouse. I don't know about that.
Basically, there's like you get like a certain level of Game Pass, you get access to a certain amount of games, and then like the ultimate one is when you get like that's the day one stuff. So it's yeah. I mean, listen, I get the promotional advertisements of it all, but it's like you're right. We get it. Just put a disclaimer at the beginning, or just put that on the end card when they have like all the logos for all the systems. Just put Xbox Game Pass, and we get it.
Yeah, we don't need it verbally said after every game
because they're gonna say it at the end of the presentation anyway, right? You know what I mean? So it's just it's a lot. But yeah, lots to come for sure that we are all very excited about.
And then going to Summer Games Fest.
So yeah, the whole thing. So Summer Games Fest just being like the whole week essentially, but they had a presentation in between, if I remember correctly.
Yes. So like my main, I guess 5 that I pulled from that. I think I have maybe I have 6.
Go for it.
So Guild Wars 3. I tried getting into Guild Wars 2 way back when. It was fun at first. I fell off of it, so I'm interested in picking up Guild Wars 3 again, just kind of see if it brings anything back or, has better kind of controls with now more modern stylings to it. Blood of the Dawnwalker seems interesting as well, like an interesting premise where you're like a vampire hunter or monster hunter kind of thing, but you also have kind of vampiric abilities yourself. Mm-hmm. And then they finally announced Final Fantasy VII Part 3.
They haven't finished that remake yet?
I think this is the final of the remakes for 7.
Yeah.
People have been waiting. I think the first game came out almost 10 years ago now. Like the first Final Fantasy VII remake was.
I think it was 2020 because I think it was during pandemic time.
Was it? Okay, because I wasn't sure if it was before or after that.
Yeah. So.
Because I know it was on the PS4, not on the PS5.
Yes, which the PS5 came out the fall of 2020.
Yeah.
So
Another interesting game that's kind of spoke out to me was 1666 Amsterdam,
Okay.
which you're playing back in the 1600s, back when they had like the Salem witch trials, but you're playing as a witch and you got to have like a coven, you control like all different mystical powers kind of thing. It seems like a really cool premise.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to kind of see where they're going with that kind of gameplay and that kind of style. Because again, it seems visceral in a sense, similar to how Wolverine is kind of, they're letting him be Wolverine and be aggressive and be brutal. Like they show you chopping a guy in half in the Wolverine trailer.
Insane.
They show similar kind of mannerisms in 1666. So I'm excited to look at that as well. But my crown jewel of Game Fest so far, because I don't know if they're doing anything more going forward, TMNT: The Last Ronin.
I saw that they are making a Ninja Turtle game. That
So
is very
the
cool.
graphic novel came out years ago at this point. They're supposed to be making, I think, a movie about it as well. That storyline, incredible. I watched the Ninja Turtles when I was a kid, but I never really focused on any plot or development or anything like that. The Last Ronin storyline, super powerful. Very akin to like Batman Dark Knight. Very, again, dark, gritty, but also heavy in its tonality.
That's awesome. And it's being developed by the people who made Bayonetta, Nier Automata, and Ninja Gaiden 4. So
So I'm super excited for
pretty stacked resume there for that. That's good. So I'll definitely have to check that out when that comes out.
that. So with everything else going on there, bring it back from games. There's been a lot of television movies coming out soon too. Like we have Supergirl coming out. Is
Yes.
it this month or next month?
I think it's this month because I think Spider-Man's next month.
Spider-Man's next month.
Yeah.
Speaking of Spider-Man, Spider Noir finished up, I think, a week ago. I think they dropped everything, but it was an incredible show. I don't know if you finished it yet or not.
I have not finished it yet. I'm still working on it. Don't worry. I'll have it probably done by the time the next episode comes out, hopefully. But yeah, I watched the first 2 episodes and I watched it in black and white, and it was
You have to watch it in black and white.
yeah, of course, absolutely. It's yeah, and Nick Cage is great. Nick Cage is awesome.
Incredible. Like I saw him in an interview, and the interviewer was like, "Yeah, so this is like kind of your first superhero project." He's like, "No, it's not." It's like that was another thing. It's like, okay, but you're not in the MCU yet. It's like, I don't need to be in the MCU. I'm Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
It's like I don't need to be in the MCU.
He's also been like a bunch of Marvel. He was Ghost Rider. He was Spider Noir.
Superman.
Yeah, he was like Superman sort of in
Yep,
the Flash movie for like 4 seconds when he was CGI. He was in Kick Ass. Yeah, guy's been doing superhero stuff for so long.
So, speaking of superhero stuff, speaking of him quote unquote not being in the MCU, I have a game in mind.
Oh boy, it's always good when Cam has a game for me. So lay it on me, buddy. What do you got?
So, what I'm going to do here is I have a couple different superhero-esque characters that I'm going to give you the description of.
Okay.
Basically, I'm not going to be describing them, but basically their outfit, their suit. And I want to see from my descriptions if you can guess the movie and or the character.
Okay,
I
interesting.
will give you a couple hints here and there. If you're stuck,
Okay.
basically I want to stick with just their kind of outfit and apparel and see if you can get it. These are non-MCU,
Non-MCU.
non-DCEU, or non-DCU. So these are kind of more early 2000s, non-super popular superhero movies, kind of more of a
Okay.
niche
Okay.
things.
But still movies.
Still movies. There might be 1 or 2 shows, but mainly movies, and they should be things that we've both seen.
Okay.
So I'll start off with an easy one.
All right. Hit me.
So it's a character, black leather jacket, metal studs in the shoulders, metal chain wrapped around his body.
Okay, that's easy. That's Ghost Rider.
That is Ghost Rider.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, I see where this is going.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So,
okay.
I mean, we were just talking to Nicolas Cage. I want to start you off with an easy one. Ghost Rider, phenomenal character, phenomenal artistry. Like the early movies, they were great.
So cool. Like, yeah, the Nicolas Cage definitely made that movie like iconic, because anybody else it would have been just like more serious, but I like his sort of over the topness with it.
I don't think you could have done that character unless you were doing it over the top, just with how you're catching yourself on fire. You kind of need to be over the top in that situation.
Yeah, he's like driving down a building. He's looking in a guy's eyes with his pen and
The first
stare.
time
Yeah.
he's kind of changing into Ghost Rider, you see him kind of like burning from the inside out. You see this flames shooting out from cracks in his skin, right? And like he's doing this all kind of behind the scenes. He's obviously not on fire, so he's doing this all kind of in his own head kind of thing. Like he knows how to kind of be a little psychotic.
For a while, that was like honestly the scariest movie I'd ever seen because there was that one part where the bad guy Blackheart
Yes.
is walking towards the camera
Yes.
from like a big
Terrifying.
field, and then he kind of like jump scares and I think I was probably 10 when that came out or 11, and I was like, oh my god, and then it was very shocking to see. But that's one of those movies where if it's on TV, I'll watch it for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Spirit of Vengeance was
bit of a
alright.
fever dream,
Yeah,
bit of a
yeah.
you know like you skippable, not.
But there
important.
is rumors of a Ghost Rider being in the upcoming Avengers movie.
There's always like talk of Ryan Gosling being
Like, I don't know if they're going to do the ones that was kind of from, like, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. style.
Oh, like the Robbie Reyes version?
Yeah, or if they're going to do the Johnny Blaze version. So there's talks of and rumors of which one it's going to be. I prefer the motorcycle because I think that's just the cooler option.
Yeah, I mean, the motorcycle one's good, but Robbie Reyes has like a Dodge Charger, so that's also pretty cool. but,
That's also pretty cool.
Yeah, so
Nice. Okay, next character.
hit me.
Big stature, tall guy.
Okay.
Plain black t-shirt, tan, dark brown kind of duster style trench coat.
Okay.
Has typically a nice cigar in his mouth kind of thing. Big old revolver.
Yep.
Lay it on me.
That, my friend, would be Hellboy.
That is Hellboy.
Hellboy is honest. It's funny. It's like a series like I never super got into, but like Ron Perlman embodying that character was very like.
Oh, it was him. Like
It was him.
He was
He-
Hellboy.
and like, yeah, when you hear him talk, it's Ron Perlman. When you see Ron Perlman in real life, you're like, that's Hellboy. Like it's.
I think they tried to reboot it a couple years ago.
They
And
did,
The
yeah.
actor, it just not that he looked bad. I think it was the guy who plays.
Hopper from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was David Harbour.
It's just, I don't know what it had that kind of uncanny valleyness to it. It felt. I don't know. It just didn't feel right, like how the earlier movies did it. Right. So I don't know what felt different, but
Yeah, I remember when Hellboy was a guest character in Injustice 2.
yes.
In the fighting game, and yeah, he was pretty fun to play as. Again, like one of those characters that sort of withstands their series because you know who they are even if you haven't seen the movie. Like I know who Hellboy is even though I haven't like watched all the movies front to back.
Right. Yeah. I think I've only seen the first one and then bits and pieces of the Golden Army or whatever the second one's
Yeah,
called.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay.
on to the third character.
Nice.
Might be a little trickier here going
Again,
forward.
harder. All right, bring it.
Maybe. We'll see. So this suit covers the entire body, head to toe.
Okay.
Main colors, red and blue, with some black lining on it,
Okay.
and some thick, chunky silver bracelets.
Silver bracelets. Okay, red and blue with black lining. Silver bracelets. And this is movie still? Because, right, it sounds almost... I mean, obviously it sounds like Spider-Man. Like, that's just, like, the setup. I know you're probably making me think it's Spider-Man. But the silver...
Would it help if I told you he had a robotic companion?
He had a robotic companion, and he had silver bracelets.
Big, chunky silver bracelets.
Big, chunky silver bracelets. And this guy had a movie?
I don't know if
Or
it's a movie or a show. It's older, like back in like the 70s, 80s ish.
Robotic dog?
But we both have touch points to it at least.
Red and blue, big chunk. I'm trying to think who has big chunky bracelets. Who is like a superhero character? I don't know why my brain immediately went to Steel, the Shaquille O'Neal, like really terrible DC movie. I know it's not that because you probably don't even know who that is.
You know, white eyes, black outlining.
White eyes, black outlining. You're making shit up. You're making up a character. This is like Deadpool and Spider-Man had a kid, and
No, it doesn't have a gun.
he has a gun.
No, it doesn't have a gun.
Oh, he doesn't have a gun.
No.
Okay, big chunky bracelets is throwing me because I'm trying to think who has, like, does he shoot anything from these bracelets?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to think, like, pew, 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 pew. I have my arms out in front of me right now. I'm pretending I'm shooting out my bracelets. Pew, pew, pew. It's not Shocker from Spider-Man. I don't know who this is. I need a
So it is mostly known from a television show, not a movie.
live action television show.
Live. Everything here is live.
Everything's
action.
live action. Okay.
Everything's live action.
Okay. Oh man. People in the audience have probably got it already.
Not a Western thing.
Not a Western thing. So Eastern. So that's so that's the like more
So
like
not the North Americas.
so like more like UK, Japan, Asia, Australia, that kind of like
Yeah.
side of the world. Okay. man, I'm drawing a blank here. Like, European. Is it European? Is it like? Are we
Nope.
going, okay. Japan. Is it the '70s Spider-Man?
It is.
Oh,
It
okay.
is Spider Japan.
Okay, all right. So I was like on the right track with Spider-Man.
absolutely, absolutely, you are.
Okay, so yes, Spider-Man. So yeah,
Spider Japan has those big chunky wristlets with where his webbing comes out of. He has a Zord. Like
yeah, like everything was Power Rangers back then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a crazy. I mean, Japan always has shows like that where it's just chaos. At least to us, like over like in North America, like sort of the Western vibes. But yeah, that's a good one. All right, you got me with that one.
All right, next one here. I'm going to be careful with my wording here because if I say one thing in the right terminology, you're going to guess it immediately. So I'm going to be a little more vague, I guess, with it. It is a character wearing a yellow outfit,
Okay.
has a tie, sometimes has a yellowish hat. Their face is green. Little oomph to their personality, sort of thing. Any guesses so far? You had a bit of a look there.
I was originally going to say the man with the big yellow hat from Curious George, but I don't think it's that. I think it's The Mask,
It is The Mask.
which based on a
is
comic.
yes.
So it's technically superhero vibes.
He is,
right?
yeah. Because the thing I was hesitant saying is a zoot suit.
A zoot suit. Yeah, I mean it is a zoot suit
Yep.
for sure. I love that movie, dude. It's
So good, so good.
Jim Carrey, like, you know what's crazy about that movie is that came out in 1994, the same year as Dumb and Dumber and Ace Ventura.
He was a busy man.
That was a stacked year for him.
Yeah.
For a while he was the only like actor to have 3 #1 movies at the box office in one year, and it was that year.
Wow.
But
I
yeah.
did not know that.
And that movie was the first appearance of Cameron Diaz as well.
Really?
Yeah, that's her first. It's introducing.
She wasn't
Cameron
like a
Diaz.
child actress or anything like that? I thought she had more like childlike roles.
Not that kind of stuff. I think
Okay.
she did like modeling or whatever. But
Oh, okay.
But yeah, her first like acting role was in that movie. I think she was like in her mid or early 20s or whatever.
Nice.
But yeah, no. If that again, another movie that it's on TV, gotta watch it.
And the comics themselves though are super dark.
They are, yeah. They're like super gritty and violent, which is like I've seen.
Like The Mask is a psychopath.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Dexter level.
Unhinged. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen people be like, "Oh, we should get The Mask in like Injustice as like a DLC character, kind of like Hellboy."
Yeah.
But it's like he's
Well,
fucked up.
and he has like Looney Tunes powers.
Yeah, like he's literally could just like defy the laws of physics at all times.
Okay, on to the next one here. I might have a bit of a challenge describing this, so give me some patience here with this.
Okay.
It is a full head to toe black suit. It's got some white detailings, skin tight by the way, like super, like you can kind of see everything underneath the suit. Like it's not fabric. It's like
Okay.
a second skin almost. It's got some skull motifs and a red cape with a super high cowl.
The cape definitely sold it because that is Spawn.
That is Spawn.
Yes.
A movie I haven't seen, but I love the character.
Very cool. It's he's created by Todd McFarlane.
Is it really?
Which
Okay.
he's the guy who made Venom, and yeah,
Makes sense.
like it's so funny because he's another character that is a DLC character in a fighting game. He was in Mortal Kombat.
That's probably making
Mortal Kombat 11.
these probably easier for you because you've played as them. So
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, he uses guns. Also, my introduction to Spawn was through Soul Calibur 2. Because
Okay.
Soul Calibur 2, when that came out, it was on Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube. And so each different version had a guest character that was different. So GameCube had Link, PlayStation had Heihachi from Tekken, and then our Xbox had Spawn. And so he had different axes and stuff, and so he had the full black outfit, no cape, because I think the cape was like way hard to do at the time because it's so like fluid and moving and everything. But yeah, so that was my introduction to him. But yeah,
because I think there was supposed to be a Spawn reboot movie in the last couple years or coming out next couple years, but I think it got canceled or it's in development hell kind of thing. But there was supposed to be some new Spawn project in the works.
right, because there was the original movie like in the 90s, I believe. Yeah, he's due a comeback for sure, a Spawn assault, if you will.
But yeah, the character design on him is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, it's just like the whole like hell Spawn sort of like devilly, yeah, just like no emotion on the face, but yeah, like skin tight was a great description, so I'll give it to that one. That's good.
All right.
I like it.
Next character. Standard kind of like everyday clothes kind of thing.
Okay.
mostly known with black t-shirt, blue jeans, an iconic kind of green jacket with a white stripe going down it. Live action.
Okay, wait a minute. I rescind my laughter. Green, but I mean, he did have a live action movie, but I feel like he's more known as a cartoon. Is it Ben 10?
It is Ben 10.
Of course. Okay, yeah. You almost got me there because I was like, wait a minute. You said live
I was trying to throw it out because I knew you got it like way too quick. So I was trying to throw it out with, oh, it's live action. It's like, because I don't know how many people know of the live action Ben 10 movie.
Yeah, there's a couple. Dude, I remember that was a big deal. That was
And there's a lot of rumors right now that Tom Holland might be like a reboot kind of thing for it, but I think he's too old for it now.
About
and
that.
yeah,
I feel like if they're gonna just do a live action, they're just gonna cast some random nobody again.
Because again, like the live action movie, I mean, I think there was one based on him in like the younger days, but I think the one I'm more familiar with is when he's kind of in that more teenaged form kind of thing.
I think there is one for Alien Force and then the one for the original. I remember the one from the original. That one was like, yeah, him is 10 and Gwen's in it and then Grandpa Max is in it. And there's this one moment where they're like going to some like power plant or something like that, and they're walking up to a guy in a chair who isn't moving, and it's like he kind of looks like a corpse, I guess, like just the way everything kind of is framed.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they're going up to him, and it's like slow, and it's kind of building up. And I'm watching the movie with my brother, and my brother kind of makes the joke of like the guy being like, "I'm not dead," and then they turn him around, and he's like literally a skeleton, just like in the chair. And it was so funny because he called it so quick. It was great.
All right, well you got that one too, a little too fast. So maybe I'll throw a little bit of a curveball one here. This character has a super suit,
Okay.
but he's not mostly known for wearing that suit. So his main kind of, I guess, clothing option is dirty pair of jeans, dirty kind of bomber jacket with like a grimy t-shirt underneath, big bulbous sunglasses with a gray beanie with a red stripe going across it.
Gray beanie with a red stripe going across it. Dirty clothes, dirty jeans, jacket.
Big like Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses kind of thing, right? Black frames.
Oh, okay. I can picture this as the poster. That's Will Smith's character Hancock from
That
the movie
is okay. I wasn't sure if you were familiar with that movie or not.
Yeah, that's the movie where he's like he just has sort of like almost generic powers,
And he has like amnesia, so we can't remember his like.
his origin
Yeah,
and everything.
he's-
Yeah, then there's that moment where he's like in the car with like the bad guys getting away, and he's like, "All right, your head's going up his ass, his head's going up your ass, and your head's going up my ass," or something like that.
The creepiest thing, for some reason, it sticks with me so like weirdly, is that when he quote unquote gets into prison for things that happen in the movie, he shaves by dragging his fingernails across his cheeks, and that's how he shaves.
That's crazy. That's like that whole like how does Superman shave his beard thing, and like does he uses like laser eyes?
Yeah,
to
like
do it
looks
in
at a mirror and it shoots and gets some laser hair removal.
Yeah, and then I think is it Charlize Theron in that movie and Jason Bateman as well.
Jason Bateman for sure, yes.
Yes. Yeah, that was like what, 2008, I think, around the time of Iron Man. So I think just the superhero trend was like ramping up,
oh yeah.
and they were just trying to do kind of anything. And I remember at the time it was more of a like sort of it wasn't like adult really. It was just more like this guy sucks. This guy's like kind of a piece of shit, like douchebag.
It'd kind of be probably if someone in real life had powers, they'd be just kind of doing whatever the hell they wanted.
Yeah, just kind of like some schmuck.
Like, they might help people if they feel like it, or they might just go to a bar and bust up the bar because they need a free drink, and like,
Yeah.
who knows, right?
It's
Like,
what if an alcoholic had superpowers? How would that
I mean,
work?
kind of, yeah.
Pretty much.
An amnesia-ridden alcoholic.
Oh god.
Okay, next character. Couple different characters in this movie, but the main character kind of has like billy clubs, green suit, yellow highlights to it, yellow gloves. It's a full head to toe costume, but it doesn't cover everything head to toe.
Yeah, billy clubs. Because the only
I
reason,
think they're called billy clubs.
like batons.
Like the police baton kind of things,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Green and billy clubs. Whoa. This is like I'm like, is this a weird Daredevil suit? But it's not, he's Marvel, but he's not like, I mean, now he's MCU sort of, or yeah, with Born Again and all that. Green with billy clubs.
and then kind of like yellow highlights through.
Yellow highlights. I think I might need a little hint on this one.
What kind of hint would you like?
A helpful one, hopefully.
I don't know if you wanted something more like descriptive, more about the story. It's kind of like this one character kind of gets taught by a dynamic duo kind of thing.
Taught by a dynamic duo. Does
The dynamic duo has someone similar but clad in all black, and then the duo part is more purple focused.
What in the hell is this movie? Or show, potentially. Is it a movie or a show?
It's a movie.
Okay, it's a movie.
Yep.
Why am I thinking Sky High?
I can tell you, nobody in this movie has powers.
No, what the heck? Nobody in this movie has powers. This is like a Mystery Man, like Mystery Men vibes. No.
I haven't seen it, so I can't tell you that for sure.
Okay, so it's probably not, because I don't. Okay, green with batons of some kind, and he's got yellow on it, and he learns from a dynamic duo who's
In the first movie, he's kind of generic high schooler. Someone
yeah. Okay, it's Kick-Ass.
It is Kick-Ass.
Right. Dynamic duo, yeah. Okay, so you're talking about Big Daddy,
Yep.
which we talked about earlier. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And then Hit Girl, yes, of course, yeah. Again, another like, yeah, just like real life. What if someone was really a superhero kind of thing?
Because again, like
Obviously, no one has
the main
powers.
character, he has like an accident kind of thing where he can no longer feel pain, and so he kind of uses that to go around and fight crime. Because if I can't feel pain, I can't get hurt, right? That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. Yeah. What a hidden gem of a movie, for real. Like,
We've all seen Novocaine, right?
but yeah, and that's got two Quicksilvers in it because it's got Aaron Taylor Johnson,
It
it's got
does.
Evan Peters,
Yep.
his best friends.
I think that was one of their like first kind of starts.
I mean, they definitely very early on.
Yeah.
For both of them, for sure. But yeah, man, classic.
Oh, absolutely.
I can't believe I forgot about that one. That's definitely like a, yeah, like I said, hidden gem of a movie.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay, and I'll say this is the last one for this round. So again, not a full head to toe like covering everything kind of thing, but it's a green 3-piece suit,
Cool.
bit of a kind of fedora hat style,
Mm-hmm.
and a green mask covering the eyes.
Nice. I'm happy that you know who this is. That is the Green Hornet.
That is the Green Hornet.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were gonna have any because we have never talked about this movie.
It's I mean you're referring to the Seth Rogen
Yes.
one, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. That's what's funny is, do you know who played Kato in the original version of the show?
I'm looking at a picture of him. I can't place him off the top of my head.
So the sidekick, like his driver, who was also like a kung fu guy, in the original show was Bruce Lee.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like the Bruce Lee, the legendary martial artist and actor.
I didn't
Bruce Lee.
realize there was an earlier Green Hornet movie.
Yeah, they well, it's a show like
Oh, okay.
very akin to Batman, like '66.
Oh, okay.
So it aired sort of around the same time, and he kind of had like the Lone Ranger sort of vibe, like the character itself, and it was essentially like if Batman was just sort of like a little bit more bumbling, because like
Not as rich. And,
Kato was more of like the I'm actually gonna like actually fight bad guy stuff, and Green Hornet was sort of just like I'm the rich guy trying to do something. Like in the movie they really
I take
emulate
the
that.
credit. You do the
Yeah,
fighting.
exactly. They have sort of like the I want to be the hero, but then
The coolest thing about the movie is like the gun that can like open and close and pivot, so it can like shoot two different things at two different angles.
Oh yeah,
for,
Christoph
like, the
Waltz's
main
character,
villain.
gun, yeah, Bloodworth.
The last
or
thing
whatever.
you'll ever see is red.
Yeah, and it just splits apart.
But it's like, why do we need a gun that like, hey, cool, I can shoot you here, or it can like spread out openly, and then I'm not aiming at you.
Yeah,
It's
so
like,
I guess so I can shoot two people who are standing next to each other, but only if they're standing next to each other. Like,
but like if I'm pointing a gun at you, I can make it so it's not gonna shoot you.
yeah,
Like, yeah.
psych. Yeah, well, that's cool. I definitely got to pay more attention to the outfits that they're wearing. So
I just thought it was kind of a cool premise, right? Because we all know like the power sets and like the main heroes kind of thing, but do we really focus on like the stylizing and the kind of look at them all, right? Because I mean, there's someone behind there making them look the way they do, and it's kind of iconic for like that early 2000s era superhero movies kind of thing, right?
a lot of leather, a lot of skin tight stuff. I'm
What were you
noticing.
expecting? Yellow spandex?
There you go. You got it. Very good. Excellent games craftsmanship, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Very
Until
good.
the next one there. But for now, we were talking about kind of some older movies. Let's head into a way back playback. Okay, I've been a bit of a kick recently where I'm kind of going through a nostalgia factor. I'm kind of re-going over content and substances from when I was early high school, late public school kind of thing, right?
Okay. A little bit of memory lane.
Yeah. And like, I mean, in the past, we've talked about certain toys, certain movies, and the kind of aspects there.
Yep.
What I want to discuss with you today is old YouTube videos.
Oh, God.
What? And I'm going to ask you this here. What does a horse, a narwhal, and a badger have in common?
Those are all like the, oh man, what is the name of the, I forget the name of it, but it's like badger, 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 mushroom,
Yep.
mushroom. What's the name of the channel?
Mr. Weebles.
That's it. Yes. Yes.
And I remember like narwhals having such a sticking point
yes.
because it has like a reference to Star Wars Episode 3 in it. Like they're the Jedi of the sea because they have like the point on them and they
Yep.
kind of like fight each other kind of thing.
Yeah.
But those kind of early like web cartoons kind of thing was our brain rot of the day.
It's so funny because the idea of the viral video on YouTube to me is is so timeless, and now it's just like, oh, it went viral
It's
on
all
TikTok.
it's all
Oh, it went
algorithm
viral
based.
on
It's
Instagram, whatever.
so much different now than it is 10, 15 years ago. Do you know when those videos came out?
Oh man, I would have to say like maybe 2011.
I think it was 17 years ago.
Okay, so like 2009.
2009.
Oh man, I mean, yeah, like the early days of YouTube where just like everything was everywhere. I mean, I remember that there was many people reacting to just viral
Well,
videos
you could
in
be
general.
nobody, like just a random guy kind of doing things in his bedroom on YouTube kind of thing, and then it takes one video and you're an overnight video sensation.
Yeah.
That doesn't really happen anymore.
I mean, everyone can kind of do that now, which is why it's like so much less special, because there's so many TikToks and reels on Instagram or whatever that just end up going viral, and then
But it's
that's all you
it's
see.
not like Gundam style that like brought the world together kind of thing, right? Like you don't have that same, I guess, pull as you did like in the earlier days, because when it was those days, it wasn't as widespread. So like everyone's eyes are on the platform. We're on that kind of content.
Right. And then there was like, did you ever watch Ray William Johnson on YouTube, like Equals 3?
Bits and pieces of it, yeah.
Because that was where sort of the reaction to viral videos like that sort of to me originated, because it was his whole show. It was like he would watch 2 or 3 videos and make jokes about them and stuff. So it wasn't just like, ha, this is funny. It was like, here's like, you know, sort of a breakdown, a reaction to all these videos, and some of which I'd like never seen. So it was really bringing to new light these like hidden gems, if you will.
Absolutely, and I was gonna say it's those days when you had the machinimas on there that did like the different content, the red versus blue, and then you had these big YouTube celebrities in a sense. Like a lot of them are still around today, but you had like the Markipliers, the Jacksepticeyes, and then the PewDiePies that started off back then. They're still a staple now, but then you had so many Tobuscus that are kind of fallen off since then, kind of thing, or there's been controversies behind them. So it's weird because being a quote unquote internet celebrity at that time, nobody kind of knew what that looked like beyond the screen, kind of thing, right?
Yeah, and all those YouTubers that you mentioned like had huge followings, and they were like, there was almost not like a race, but just like a competition of who was number one on YouTube for a while.
There's
like,
a more quantifiable scale.
yeah, it was just like the subscribers as opposed to like necessarily the view count. Like Smosh for a while was like the big number one. Ray William Johnson, like I mentioned, was number one. I'm trying to remember who else like was up there, but I just remember hearing about it so much more obviously back then, whereas now it's just like, who the heck's that? Oh, it's a big TikToker, or like, oh, that's someone who's just like a huge Instagram influencer.
Or they're popular now that nobody knows their name in a week from now.
Like the pool of talent is way bigger now, so that like that's when I get the old man moment where I'm like, who's that? I've never heard of them.
Well, because it moves
Who are
so
they?
fast now that it's hard to latch on to anything. And like, there's a joke I have with another friend of mine. It's like, cool, I send them a video on Instagram. They're like, yeah, I saw that on TikTok 3 months ago or whatever it was, right? Because it takes so long to filter through to the different platforms. Like, I'm not on TikTok, but I'll watch a an hour of Instagram reels in a row kind of thing, right?
And then it's the algorithm's so strong that you watch one or two of the same video.
That's all it sends
and
you.
it's all like literally I like when this is a little more recent, but like the Hawk Tuah girl, like
Oh, jeez.
when like saw her thing like 4 times in a row. I think I remember sending you a while ago just like a screen recording on my screen. I'm just like, yep, there she is, there she is, there she is, there she is, like a million in a row. That happened to me recently as well with that that Puerto Rico song that I was showing you off camera.
Oh, yes.
Like the first time in San Juan, like literally clicked on it once just to listen to the whole thing.
Now that's
and
going to be on
it's-
my timeline. Thank you.
Yeah, because we talked about it.
It's always listening.
Exactly. Yeah. It's you're gonna see
But
100 of them.
it's crazy because I've seen the algorithm do some really unique things. Like I'll see a news article of something that happened, like the shuttle exploding like the other week, and then a couple things later, or like the next day, I'll see it from a different point of view, or I'll find it from someone's recording on their phone, kind of thing. And it's finding all these different videos from different sources, like one's from a news channel, one's from a random guy, and it's putting it in the algorithm. Because like, oh, you watch that, and it finds the other content and puts it in front of you. You didn't have that back in the old days. It was kind of like, cool, here's everything, or you can search for what you want. There was no, here, let me serve it to you on a silver platter kind of thing.
Yeah, it wasn't as curated, I guess. I remember that there was like a thing, I don't know if it's still accurate or not, but there was a statistic from maybe a decade ago that was like, if you try to watch every video on YouTube, every minute, I think, you'd fall behind 3 days.
Yeah, it was like there was like 1,000 hours of content being uploaded every day kind of thing, or something like that. Right?
Yeah, something like that. And
Which now it's blown out of the water, but
and yeah, and like you're talking about, the algorithm is like on YouTube, it's if you don't change your thumbnail within the first like couple of hours, you,
Like, I
you
watch-
get lost to the ether.
a lot of tech channels right now, like I watch MKBHD, LTT, and they have teams on their YouTube channel that go through and they'll post a video, and then half an hour later they'll change the thumbnail. Half an hour later they'll change the thumbnail again and see which one does better, and then they'll pick whichever one. And like there's a way to filter through which thumbnails succeed more, and there's an algorithm to a thumbnail.
It's just like marketing research, but it's just like almost like live without a focus group. Like obviously an advertising company would be like, oh, we're going to try this product and here's like what we're thinking for the campaign, and they'll ask like a focus group what they think. But with like YouTube, it's just you kind of have to put it out there and then figure it out.
It's like, oh, with this thumbnail it got 3 million clicks. With this
Yeah.
thumbnail it got 500,000 clicks. With this one it got 20 million clicks. Like,
yeah, and then the sort of like YouTube machine lottery of it all is they'll change the thumbnail because then people will think that it's a new video because the thumbnail's different. They won't read the title or anything. They'll just go, oh, I haven't watched this one yet, click, and then they'll watch it again, not realizing, oh, this is it, a video I've already seen, right? And then they still counts as a view.
So I mean, I circumvent that by, I mean, I'm not, I guess, YouTube's ideal demographic when it comes to watching YouTube videos.
Not anymore,
because
at least.
you've talked to me about this as well. It's like you don't know why I do this. Like I add everything to my watch later. I live exclusively in my subscriptions because I don't want random stuff sent to me. I want just the people I subscribe to, their content. So I live exclusively in the subscription feed of YouTube. Then I add everything to my watch later so I can watch it in the order it comes out. Not, oh, I'll just randomly watch this video, because a lot of the stuff I watch is episodic.
right. Makes sense.
Like I watch some blacksmithing videos where it's like, hey, cool, I'm gonna make a sword from start to finish, and it's 4 videos long. It's like, hey, cool, I'm not gonna watch the last one and then
That's such an insane thing to be like, I don't know how they, I don't want to know like the skipping of the step. I want to know this from start to finish. Why, are you going to do it yourself?
no. But I mean, I like the creator, and he has like jokes and he has like good content behind him doing blacksmithing, right? Like he doesn't. It's not just him swinging a hammer.
Okay, fair, but still, it's just like, that's
Shout out to Alex Steele.
nice. I mean, okay, I just pulled up my watch later here, and right now, okay, the oldest videos I have in my watch later that I haven't watched yet are from a month ago. Only because, you know, you get busy. Sometimes you just have stuff sitting around. But the thing is that as I kind of go through, I just like basically go, oh, am I actually going to watch that? Do I really need to save that? And I'll delete it. But like things like movie trailers and stuff, they're 2 minutes long. Why are you putting them in watch later? Just watch them.
Yes, but like they don't outweigh the things that I currently have in my watch later. It's like, okay, cool, I don't have time to watch it right now. When I add to my watch later, it's because I'm walking from, like, at my job, like I'm walking to my next section kind of thing, and I'm just like, okay, cool, add to my watch later, so I'm not watching it in that exact moment.
Okay, fair.
If I have a second, yeah, I'll watch a trailer, but if I'm doing something, it goes to my watch later.
But like when you get home, wouldn't you just be like, I'm going to watch the newest Spider-Man trailer or whatever? Like,
No.
that's...
One, I'm not big on trailers anymore
Okay.
because I don't want to be spoiled as much,
right.
because I find a lot of time trailers these days put everything from the movie in the trailer. There's not too much kind of hiding in the actual movie when you go to see it. Like the entire plot's basically in the trailer these days.
Yeah, they kind of do that.
So I'm kind of pushing back on movie trailers and stuff like that. Yeah, going back to kind of episodic things, like I watch like YouTubers play games, so I want to make sure that's episodic, so I'm not like skipping past a boss fight or a story beat. Because if it's a game that I like, or it's like if it's on Xbox or something, I think I'll like, but I might not like how it plays game style wise. I'll watch someone play it so I can still experience it without having to waste money on it and never push it to completion, right?
Yeah, I do that with like scary games, like games I don't want to play. I just want to see someone play them.
Like there's a YouTuber, like, I mean, we talked about it already, Jacksepticeye. He's playing an early access game, Subnautica 2, which I loved the first game. I played the first game, but it's early access on PC. It's like I'm gonna wait for it to come on PlayStation, so I'm kind of watching him play through it and find all the different kind of things that are going on with it right now, because again, it's in early development, so there's a lot of bugs, and that's funny to watch when the game kind of breaks in front of you, kind of thing, right? Like, oh hey, that's there, and it explodes into a million pieces because it doesn't render right and it crashes the game, kind of thing, right? I find that funny to watch.
Hell yeah.
But other episodic things, like from early days, there's Tom Scout with the ASDF movies.
Oh,
right?
man.
Those were golden when I was younger. Me, my brother, and my sister used to watch them constantly.
Again, one of those things, like you were saying, how that was kind of our version of Brain Rot, and it still comes out every couple of years or so. Like he'll still make a new one, and it always hits, man. It always just like it's just you kind of just have to either get it or you don't.
Well, there's a whole like it's muffin time.
Yeah.
It's everybody do the flop.
I like trains. Yeah. Like those are so quotable, and we laugh whenever we talk about sort of the skibbities and the 6-7s of the Gen Alpha slang. And we think, oh, like we weren't like that.
Going back to Mr. Weeble's like, this is my horse. My horse is amazing.
We all kind of knew it. We all kind of
that was our stim, right? Like that's how we stimmed back then.
And regardless of like where you grew up, what class of wealth you were, if you had a YouTube account or like an internet connection of some kind, you knew all those videos.
Well, I was gonna say, like in high school, like you always heard it in the background, kind of because someone's playing it on their phone or on their computer or something like that,
or
right?
like someone would mention it, and you'd be like, "What the heck are you talking about?" And then they're like, "Oh, you don't know salad fingers or whatever."
Oh, that creeped me out, man. Like I can't. Those videos, like I watched them, but like I hated watching them.
It's sort of in the same energy as like, or I mean, as far as everybody kind of knowing it and it being this sort of like universal language is the sort of early internet, sort of pre-internet days of everybody kind of knowing the same sort of niche things, like
Annoying Orange, Fred.
I'm more referring to like almost like rumors and just like certain imagery, like the cool S, like like when you draw in a notebook. Like
I knew it as like the devil S kind of thing. Right?
I just knew it as like the cool S.
Yeah.
Or like how everybody knew somehow that like Marilyn Manson allegedly like had
removed his bottom ribs
had
for
a rib removed
reasons.
for self-love reasons. Or like rumors like that, like sort of pre-internet is so fascinating to me, because how did we all know about that? Like how did we all have an access to that of some kind other than just word of mouth? Like
again, because it was early enough to where those videos were probably, because there wasn't a million videos being uploaded every couple hours.
Yeah.
Like it was a lot more sparse back then. I mean, there was still a hell of a lot of content, but it was more, I guess, manageable back then.
Yeah.
Like I remember watching like Llamas with Hats and other kind of darker internet videos kind of thing. Like, Carl, that kills people.
Exactly. Stuff like that is so just like
Happy Tree Friends. Like those kind of, they were dark, and like the early internet days were dark and twisted.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a long time on the internet, and it can't all be sunshine and roses. There's got to be some depth to it as well. I think for me personally, my favorite the Mr. Weevil ones is I got a big bag of crabs.
Oh
here.
yes,
I'm gonna put them in my mouth. Oh yeah, and yeah, the animation paired with the song, just chef's kiss.
They had like Badgers, and they had like a Christmas version of the Badger song as well.
Yep.
Santa, 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 Santa.
Yep. Well, what a time to be on the internet.
Oh, it's been, again, seeing the 17 years ago on those videos, because I looked them up before the podcast. Like, oh.
I know, it's crazy because YouTube's been around for 21 years. And, like, like when I see a video that has, like, more than 10 years as the when it was posted date.
We were 13?
Yeah, like when it started, we were 9.
Yes,
and
but like those videos, like the ones that kind of more shaped us.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been.
I mean, I didn't have, I guess, proper internet access when I was 9. But
right.
Like more so when I was grade 7, grade 8 when I started doing like school projects that needed the internet, right? So
Yeah, like I would come home, watch TV when I was a kid, right? Like, oh man, cable. And
dude, SpongeBob.
yeah, exactly. And now it's like kids would just have access to that 100% of the time. So there's no like, oh, it's like,
Well,
this
there's
is
the
my
trope
dedicated
of
time.
the tablet kid, right?
The
It's
iPad
like there's
kid,
always
yeah,
there's always
exactly.
a tablet in front of the kid's face. Like, buddy, go play with your Mega Bloks.
Yeah, and I remember when the YouTube Rewind was a thing, and they were like sort of
And then Will Smith killed it.
yeah, well, they were making reference to like all these different viral videos, and they had like all these YouTubers and stuff. And once I started to not recognize any YouTuber in those videos, I knew I was like, all right, I'm
I think that was like the
I'm
last
old.
couple of them. Yeah, I felt
Yeah.
that way as well. But again, like those earlier ones, like cool, I could remember everything in those videos kind of thing. But I think you just can't do that these days because there's so much
It's
popular and
so
viral content out there. You couldn't do a video like that without it being an hour long.
Yeah, it's just there's so many trends, and there's so many pockets of the internet. Like if you see something on your algorithm that is like super super popular, I might not even see it on my algorithm until like
Oh, trust me, I'll send it to you.
oh yeah, yeah. Cam sends me reels every single day, and sometimes there's like 4 or more in a row, and it'll send me them on Instagram, he'll send me them on YouTube, he'll send me them on Facebook. It's like my
I'm
God.
sorry you're disappointed in our friendship.
And then sometimes you'll send me stuff that I've seen, and I still have to react to it as if I've been like, oh yeah, ha ha ha, that's funny, I didn't see that
That's
yet.
the
But
cost, Ryan.
it's true. Yep. Well, hopefully we go viral as one day, as much as Mr. Weevil has and his amazing horse. But that's been this episode of the Side Quest podcast. Thanks for listening, y'all. We appreciate you. No matter how you view us, you listen to us, you watch our vids. If you do, that is much love from us. So let us know what games you were excited for from Summer Games Fest, and if GTA is going to ruin the release of your favorite release of this year or not. And yeah, let us know your favorite viral video from days of old. And let us know how you did on those superhero outfits, and if you have a character who has a better outfit than any of the ones that we listed. But I think from everyone here at SideQuest, and by everyone I mean literally us two, we are gonna peace out and see you next week.
Yeah,
or
have a
see
good
you in
one,
2
guys.
weeks rather, because next week would be another gameplay video on youtube.com/@SideQuestPodGames. Yeah, I snuck in a little plug there.
There you go. Absolutely.
go.
Hey, you gotta plug things in, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the funny thing is, I might not pick up GTA 6.
What? Crazy. We'll have to talk about it on the next time. All right. Bye.
Peace out.